The health of our oceans has been on a steady decline ever since the Industrial Revolution, when humans decided to alter our environment in a way that only benefited us. A major threat to our marine ecosystems is the amount of waste we dump into the oceans. The 1.4 billion pounds of trash that doesn't make its way into landfills each year is swept down storm drains and emptied out where we surf, causing an extreme decline in water quality. This is so bad, in fact, that because of the increase in runoff after it rains, people are advised to stay out of the water for at least 72 hours to avoid all sorts of illnesses, viruses, and diseases.
I surfed out front here on the peninsula in March of 2014. It was during a storm that we had, and it was like raining and stuff. And there were waves, and it was like, of course it's like super rare here to have them. And the homies and I, like Tim Stamps and stuff, we all like went down there and were checking it out. It was filthy. Like you can even see the water was brown. You could smell, like it was like a fertilizer smell. Trash all over the beach, but it's like super rare. And so it's like, well, whatever, and there's these like little barrels, but whatever. So we went out and like literally I got so sick, like 102 fever. Like the next night I started feeling ill. The night following I had 102 fever for like 3 days. I had like a gnarly, I don't know if they think it was some sort of virus I caught from the water, because like I was sick for like 2 weeks. And that's surfing here.
So yeah, I got sick surfing in the Seal Beach River when it hadn't even rained. There's a lot of runoff still, and the water stays really warm there because of the power plant upriver. So yeah, it was just like maybe 3 days in a row last summer, like in June, when we were still in the middle of the drought. I was surfing for a couple days, and I came out of the water the last day, and I was starting to get this little bump on my eyelid, and I got this really bad eye infection. So a lot of people get sick surfing there, whether it's from the rain runoff or just, industrial pollution running into the river, or even just like the high temperatures there because of the warm water from the power plant just makes it a good breeding ground for bacteria. So yeah, a lot of people get sick in Seal Beach.
There's a higher bacteria level. Also, there's a lot of trash that come down, that washes down from rivers, and the rain brings that all down. So there's dog poop in there. A lot of people don't clean up their yards if it's a real heavy rain. Maybe after, if it's rained really hard for a long time and it's still rained a lot and things have been cleaned up, I usually wait for at least more than 72 hours, but they say 72 hours, but I wait probably twice as long. And the erosion level that I've seen in the last, when did I start surfing? I guess in '63. So the beaches are less than half the size of what they were when I was your age, say 15, or 15 or 16 in the early 70s. So the erosion level, we have so much less beach now that it's alarming to me, and I've seen it over my lifetime. So if we get there's more glaciers, there's more, the world is warming up, so we need to take care of that, and going backwards is not a good idea.
So possible solutions to that might be just being more aware of the kind of ways that people litter. It might not even be something you think of as litter. Some people toss a cigarette butt out the window of their car, not knowing that it's going into the storm drains, and it just creates this dirty environment for bacteria to live in. So just being aware when you see someone litter, it's hard to say something about it, but maybe you can approach it in a good way. Just say, hey, these storm drains go right to the ocean. If you like enjoying the beach, maybe don't do that.
Some of the the contaminants like the trash and other things, that pet waste that end up at the beach can definitely be curtailed and by just simply getting people educated and making them realize that that doesn't get magically put in a trash can, or it doesn't just go away. It does go away, but it goes away to the ocean. It gets washed down there. So the education of the public, and maybe even a little shaming, is a good thing. I think many people need to reframe their idea of what waste and litter is. For instance, a lot of people still throw down cigarette butts. That is not a biodegradable waste. It ends up at the beach and in the ecosystem. More common street sweeping, I think, would also help. If our cities were to pay, especially in the areas where people throw down more trash, it would pick up that trash before it made it into the ocean. Continuing and expanding the program where they put the waste gates over the gutter drains that drain directly to the ocean.
Education across the nation actually would probably be the most important, and I kind of actually feel bad because it's a lot of it has to do with politics, and so the present administration they don't believe that actually the global warming is real, and so there's any scientist would have to differ with that with our administration, and the problem is that that kind of thinking is going backwards from what the thinking is right now. So education on better fuels and better ways to take care of the planet, because there's global warming is real.
As a surfer, I spend a lot of time in the ocean, so it's something that means a lot to me. The oceans, along with our natural environments, are vitally important to us all. It's time we stood up for life on this planet before it's too late.